Hello everyone. Hallo allemaal. Welcome for another Hatha practice. Beginner level. I'm going to focus a bit more on the hips. Chicken came running over. Funny chickens. Okay. Anyway, a Hatha practice a bit more centered around the hips. Other than that, you can expect the same, complete with systematic relaxation at the end too. So let's start, and we will start in Shavasana today. So come to your mat. Oh yeah, and you do need a block and a strap if you have one. Otherwise, you can use a scarf or a rope, skip rope. Anything, a tie. Yeah, all right, so let's come down onto our backs for Shavasana. See if we can really relax our shoulders already in the ground, into the mat. There comes Rosie. All right. Arrive on the mat and let every other shenanigans around you subside to the background. If there's any pets, they might want to come and join you, and just let them be. They'll notice the nice vibe you are creating, the nice energy you are building, and they want to be close to you. I think that's very cool. So arrive here. Take in all the sounds around you. See if you can really relax your shoulders, your legs, and start paying attention to your breath. The breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose. Notice the cool air coming in and the slightly warmer air leaving your nose through the nostrils. Start establishing the belly breath, the diaphragmatic breathing. So make sure your chest is not moving, just sending the breath down to the belly. Good. Oh my goodness. She can't find a good spot, I guess. And then once you're there, you found your belly breath. Bring your legs together and your arms overhead. And just take a nice stretch up. Hand palms facing up. Fingers interlaced. Feet flexed. Feet pointing. Just stretching it out. Stretch with your right. Stretch on the left. And then one more time right. Lengthen everything on the right. Lengthen everything on the left. Good. And then bring your hands behind your head and move your feet to the right corner of your mat, and carefully lift your head and also your shoulders and put them also a little bit towards the right. So you're in this banana shape. You can let go of any tension in the feet or the legs. Just notice the gentle stretch on the left side of your body. Notice the breath in the side body. Relaxing the shoulders. Good. Then bring your feet back to the middle. Also your head and shoulders, and bring them all over to the left. So feet to the left corner of your mat. Lift your shoulders and head also to the left corner of the mat, and just let any tension go of the legs. Your feet can be floppy. Shoulders are trying to relax towards the mat. Send that breath down to the belly. Good, and then bring your legs back to center and your torso and head too. And then come and bring your both your knees in. Good. And maybe let them go out. And on your exhale, bring your knees back in. So inhale out. And exhale in. Inhale out. And exhale, bring the knees to the chest. 3 more times. Good. And then start making little circles with your knees. So your hands are on top of your knees. Making little circles, massaging your lower back. A few more to the right. And then let's go and take it to the left. Good. And then we're going to start with some navel engagement. So put your left foot back to the ground, your right knee into the chest. And if available to you, you can also stretch out that left leg if your hip flexor allows you to. And then crunch up towards your right knee and hold it, but keep breathing. Bring that belly button towards the spine. So either with a lengthened leg on the floor, or you can put your sole of the foot to the floor. Good. Release your neck, release your knee, bring your other knee up. And then let's take it on the other side. So extend your right leg or keep it there with the sole of your feet on the floor. And then engage belly button to spine and crunch up towards your knee. Few more breaths. Good, and then relax your neck, relax that leg down. Bring that other knee up, both feet are flat on the floor. And then let's extend our right leg up. And let's first take a few point and flex with the feet. Maybe even roll our ankle outside and towards the inside, flex. Point, flex, point, good. Then take your hands and wrap them around your hamstring. And either again, the other leg can be with the foot, the sole of the foot on the floor, or extended, yogi's choice. And then we take another crunch. So we're going to bring our chest towards our thigh, engaging belly button to spine. Here we go. So inhale and exhale, come up. Keep the engagement. Keep breathing. Good. Little engagement to warm up the core. Good. And then relax back. Bring your foot back to the floor. And we do it on the other side. So left leg up. First, maybe just point and flex that foot. Stretch a little bit into the calf and in the hamstring already. Just gentle stretches. And take a few ankle circles inside, outside. Turning left around, turning right around. Good. A few more flex and point, good. And then take your hands again behind your hamstring, either keep that foot here or stretch like yogi's twist, and then we're gonna crunch up. And so we're engaging belly button to spine, bring our chest up, shoulders up. Find your easy breath. Good. A few more breaths. And last breath. Good. And relax down. Good. Now take your knees in. And we're going to take a quick recline twist. So take your knees and let them move over to the right. Arms go into T position for a little reclined twist. Good. You can take your gaze over towards your left arm, or maybe even curl that left arm over and around your head, or just in goalpost position or cactus arm. Whatever feels good, or just straight. That's perfectly fine too. One more breath. Good, and then bring your knees back up to center and take the twist towards the other side. So knees go to the left. Arms are either in T position, or if you like, you can bring your right arm into goalpost or cactus arms, or you can maybe bring it up and let it curl around your head. You can even see if you can take your gaze into that right arm that is curled around your head or extended, or in cactus, or just straight. Just a little twist around the lower back and around the muscles around our hips. Good. Bring the knees back up and feet back to the floor. We're going to stay here, but we're going to need our, hello Ruby, yes, hello. We're going to need our strap or our scarf. Yes, that's what we're going to do. All right, so if you have your strap or your scarf, let's go ahead. Ruby, what are you doing? Go lay down, honey. Ga maar lekker liggen, babe. Ga maar lekker liggen, Cookie. Nee. Alright. Misschien een beetje deze kant op, oké? Okay? Nee, you're good. Yeah, good. That's perfect. Oh, so perfect. Good. Good girl. Alright, there we go. Okay, so by now I think everybody has gotten a scarf or even a strap. Ik weet, mama, jij hebt nou een hele mooie strap in je bezit. Dus you're ready to go. So come back to your backs. Your feet are on the mat. Then let's take the strap and, no, I lied. Let's first take the leg up. Again, place the hands behind your hamstring, but have your strap close by. Good. First we're gonna push our leg away, but try to pull it closer with our hands. So we're gonna pull and push the leg into the hands, pulling the hands back. So we're isometrically stretching, strengthening and stretching at the same time. Warming up our hamstring here. Good. All right. And then just bend that knee for a moment and then take your strap, bring it around your foot, and you hold the strap in such a way, at such a length that your elbows are relaxed and on the floor. And what we're going to do here, again, yoga's choice, foot on the mat or straight leg. And with an inhale, we're going to take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to just pull the leg a little closer. So inhale, we move back out, and exhale towards you. Good. Inhale out, exhale towards you. And one more time. With your breath, inhale out, exhale closer, good. Hold it for a moment. Breathe to the belly. Nice. Okay, now we're going to take both straps and, well, let go of bring your foot a little away again. Now take your strap in, both straps in your right hand, and we're going to take our left hand and put it again out in T. And now we're going to just guide our right leg out to the side with the help of our strap. So hold it here, and if this feels good, opening the hip, then this is good. Don't go any further. It shouldn't hurt. It can be uncomfortable, but it shouldn't hurt. Flex nicely through the feet, the foot in the strap. Good. Find your breath. Your elbow is on the floor. Good. And then guide your leg back up with the straps, and then take both straps into your left hand and let your leg move to the left, crossing over your extended leg. So yeah, if you did have your leg, your foot on the floor, then maybe now for this one you take it down a little, but you don't need to stretch it all the way if your hip flexor doesn't allow for it. And just hold it here. Hold your foot with the strap. Hold your leg. Flex through the foot. Find your breath. See if you can relax in that hip here. Let go of any tension. Send your breath there. Very nice. And then we bring the leg back up with the help of the strap. Take the strap out. And maybe just take both knees in for just a moment. This goes perfectly, huh, Ruby? Good. Okay, and then we're going to do that on the left. So soles of your feet down to the floor. First, let the strap be for a moment, and we're going to activate through that left hamstring again. So left leg comes up, hands around your hamstring. Push your hamstring away from you, but try and pull it in with your hands. So opposing forces here. Making for an activation in the hamstring, strengthening the hamstring. Strengthening even around the hip, the muscles around the hip. I think that is the gluteus medius that goes there over the side, amongst many others, over the side of your hip. Good, and then let go. Bend that knee for a moment and wrap your strap or scarf around your foot. And again, taking the movement with the breath. Take a nice inhale, and the leg moves out. And exhale, bring the leg closer. Inhale out. Exhale closer. Inhale out. And exhale closer. Keep your elbows nice and relaxed on the floor. Moving that leg in and out with the breath. Inhale, move out. Exhale, bring it closer. Let's do 2 more. Good. And then again, take your both straps in your left hand and take your right arm into T position and let that left leg open up to the left. Still activating through the foot, both the one extended, or if you're up, just the outside, the leg that's going to the outside. Also here, I didn't say it yet, but belly button to spine. Makes it easier to hold. And then bring your leg back up and switch hands for the straps and let that left leg come over to your right. Your left leg extends. Your left leg extends, but also your left arm extends. And if the stretch gets a little too intense, just move your leg back up a little more. Every side of your body is different. But keep active through the foot. Find your breath. Good. And then bring it slowly back up again. Bend that knee. Take your strap away, and then I think we're ready to come to all fours. So roll to your side and press up to all fours. Let me see, that's still going great. Come to all fours and take a few cat-cows, just warming up the spine. Just so knees are under your hips, hands under the shoulders, just a few. Gentle up and exhale, curl up into your cat. Inhale to cow and exhale to cat. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. All right. Now come back to neutral and let's just take a few shoulder openers here. So what we're just going to do is with our left hand is going to come up. So we're really pushing through our right hand, engaging belly button to spine. Our spine is neutral, so we're not arched, we're not pulling round, but we're in this neutral position. And then we're just going to take our left arm up on an inhale and exhale down. And inhale up and exhale down. 2 more. One more, then we have 5. Good, and then we take 5 on the other side. So inhale up and exhale down. Engage belly button to spine. 3, 4, and last one, 5. Okay, good. All right, then we stay on all fours, but we're going to curl the toes under and come into our first down dog. So push up, really push through the hands, come to your first down dog, maybe walk it out a little bit. Pushing through the hands. Good. Now bend your knees a little bit, send those sit bones up. And then slowly start lengthening the legs. And maybe your heels stay here, that's totally fine. Maybe they sink a bit more towards the mat, that's great. Good. Pushing through the hands, coming into our first down dog here. Good. And then we're going to look in between our hands and just walk up into our forward fold. And then there is the little chicken again. We come into our forward fold and we're just going to bend over our thighs, let our head go, shake it yes, shake it no. So the belly is nicely hanging on our thighs. Good. And then we're going to take our hands to our waist. And on an inhale, we come halfway up. And on an exhale, all the way up. And then finally, we are up from the floor. Because we are about 20 minutes in. So let's continue. Today, we're going to go into Warrior 1 and transitioning into 3. So let's come to the top end of your mat and just take a nice big step back with your, let's start with the left leg back. So left leg back, just a big step back. Good. Bend that front knee. Your toes are a little bit turned out in the back. And your feet are still hip width apart. Okay, so front knee is bent, arms come up, pushing through both feet, arms come up. Let's first reach out very long to the ceiling. So on an inhale, reach, and on your exhale, let those shoulders come down. Good. Then we're going to focus belly button to spine. Notice how that changes the sensation in your upper left back leg. Good. Pressing through both feet. Nice. I'm going to step a bit back because otherwise I will have a collision with the porch. Good. So we're in our Warrior 1 here. Finding our breath, send it back to the belly. Feet pressing into the floor, arms nicely, if we can, next to our ears. And if we want, we can take a little back bend here already, just a tiny one. So take your gaze up and feel your sternum lifting a little bit, lifting a little up and back. Your shoulders are still low, little back bend here. Good. One more breath, press through those feet. Good, and then come back into neutral out of that little back bend, and then shift your weight onto your front leg. Keep your arms there, and then bring your back leg slowly up. And maybe you're here in Warrior 3. And maybe you can go a little farther. Your back toes are pointing down. If the arms are getting too heavy, just take them to your waist. And a nice arm variation is also just backward, as they call this, airplane arms. Good. Find your breath here. So this is also perfectly fine for Warrior 3. Wherever you are, making sure you make that long line, long straight line, crown to toes. You can even take a little micro bend in your standing leg. Good. One more breath, and then I'm going to bring that back leg back up to the front. So here we go. You can take your arms along, or you can keep them on your side. Coming back up, lift that left leg. Left leg stays up for a moment. Good. Find your breath. And take it one more time back into Warrior 3 with your arms next to your body. Good. Long neck, long leg, toes down, gaze down. Very good. On your next inhale, come back forward, knees goes up, and knee comes down. And let's take it to the other side. So I'll turn around. You take a nice step back with your right foot. Your right foot is, the toes are a little bit pointed outward, but not too much, just like probably 30, 45 degrees. Feet are hip width apart, good. All right, so we're standing here, closed hips, hips are pointing forward. We're not open, really pointing forward, pressing through the feet, bend that front knee. And then take your arms up, past your ears, press through the feet. And that's first on an inhale, all reach up, inhale, reach those arms, But on your exhale, let those shoulders come down. That's where you want those shoulders. And then start thinking down, belly button to spine. Notice the different engagement there on your back leg when you really engage belly button to spine. Keep pressing through the feet. Good. Gaze is forward. And if you want, we can take a little back bend. So lift your sternum a little up and a little back. And your gaze goes along. Good. Always first lengthening, then moving backward in a back bend. Nice. Okay. Come back straight. Good. And then now we're gonna shift our weight onto our left leg, coming into warrior 3. So shift your weight onto your left, start lifting that right back leg, and come into your warrior 3. Wherever you are, whichever arms you like that support you. Take maybe a little micro bend in your standing leg. Keep those feet, the toes of your back foot pointed down. Long neck. Very nice. Now don't go down right away. We're going to come forward and up. Bring that knee up. Hold it. You can even hold it with your hands for a little moment. Maybe take that micro bend if you didn't already in your leg. Good. And then let go of that knee and bring it backward one more time into warrior 3. Good. Find your breath. Ooh. Nice and easy. And bring that knee back up. And back down. And of course, I didn't mention it, but anytime you need the wall for any support, of course, take the wall. Good. So that was our warrior 1 and 3. I think we got to move on. I wanted to do an addition to that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go on and we're going to come into a wide position. We're going to come to the wide side of your mat. We're going to come into a variation of Skandasana, and we're going to be moving. We're going to be working the muscles a bit, and after that we're going to sit into it. So come into a wide stance with your legs. Let's first take our feet parallel, so toes pointing to the front. We're just going to take little bends here in the knee and moving over towards the right, and go to the left and to the right. Keep your upper body a little forward. Don't come all the way up and down, but let's stay here. Let's keep the activation in the legs a little longer like this, just going from side to side, activating the muscles, strengthening. Just breathe however necessary. We're not combining it now for this one. Inhale or exhale. Good. So our quads are warming up. And our hamstrings are working. Good. Now come to the middle and just come straight up again. Good. Because we want to turn out our feet. We're going to turn out the feet. We're going to do the same. And we're going to be real careful with making sure our knee guides over our foot. So we do the same. So we're going to go to the right and to the left. To the right, you might have to take a little wider stance. So your knees are working outward. We don't want to have our knees go in. We really want to make sure our legs are not doing this, but we're really trying with all our capacity to keep those knees open. And then we're going to go left and right just a few times. Left and right. Just working it like this. Good. Now I'm gonna move it, I'm gonna switch again, so we're here. All right, so now come to the middle. We're gonna go first to the right, so bend that right knee, and we're gonna take our hands to the floor if we need to. And we're gonna see if you can come all the way down, or maybe you're just here. Stay there. Help wherever you can with your arms. But at the straight leg, I want you to try and point those toes upward. Good. In the end, when we increase our flexibility, so take it over to the left, so walk with your hands to the other side. Bend that knee, lengthen the leg, toes point upward. But help yourself here with your hands when you go to the other side. Also, if you're here with your ankle up, perfectly fine. Just make sure you keep turning out that leg. We don't want no knees going inside, so turn it out. It's really nice opener for the hips here. So you either here, on the ball of your foot, or if your flexibility allows already, you can be here with your whole foot flat on the floor. Toes up, hands maybe to namaste. Lengthening through the neck, back and neck. Good. And then take it to the other side, either with the help of your hands. And then maybe you can see better here because there's no ruby. So you can be either here with your heel up, but make sure that extended leg, the toes are facing up. Good. So this is a variation of Skandasana. So if you can, see if you can lower that heel. It's a really big opener for the hips. Good. Maybe take your hands into namaste, but it's not necessary. You can totally stay here and support yourself. Good. And then come out. That was a big stretch. So let's take those toes back to the front. And bend the knees. Let your head hang. Good. Then take your hands up to your waist. And then come halfway up. And then all the way up. Good. All right, so that was a lot of opening. Let's continue. We're going to take one that is a bit more closing of nature. I think I can take this off. I'm getting warm. We're going to come to the top of your mat for chair. So we're going to close things up a little bit again. We've opened the hips, but now let's close them. So you come to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart, and take your block, by the way. Yes, we want to take the block. Right. All right, so take your block. So you come to the mat, top of the mat, or wherever you can see me and hear me. Feet hip width apart. Good. Block comes in between your thighs, the small side. So not like this, but like, yeah, that one. Good. All right. Then we're going to come into our chair, and we're going to be moving again and taking a twist. So let's take our arms up on an inhale, and on an exhale we sit our butt back. Good. Think first, belly button to spine. So from the side, inhale up, exhale into your chair, send your butt cheeks back, and then immediately belly button to spine. Good. If your arms are too much, maybe this is a nice variant with your arms crossed, but if that's also too much, absolutely take them to your side, no worries. Good. All right, so we're in our chair, lengthening through the back, working those quads again. Good. Belly button to spine. And now let's move. So move up on an inhale, and exhale, take your hands to namaste, into chair, belly button to spine. Good. And on your next inhale, you inhale and then you twist to the right. So you take your left elbow to the outside of your right leg. like this. Good. Stay here, and again, the block. The block is immediately working, because even if you don't pay attention to it, you're kind of already squeezing your thighs there. So, but you know, really actively squeeze into the block. Good. And then your next inhale, come back to center, and let's come out for a moment. Exhale out. All right, I'm going to take that to the left. So inhale up and exhale into your chair. Hands to namaste. Good. Hands to heart. Palms together, hands to heart. Good. Press into that block. Belly button to spine to protect that lower back. Good. Try even more, a little, shifting your weight a little to the back side of your foot. Your toes can even come up and play around a little. All right. And then on your next inhale, take a nice inhale. Fill your belly down deep. And on your exhale, twist to the left. So your right elbow goes to the outside of your left leg. Good. Twisting here. Gaze up. See if you can make space here in this position. So not crunch together, but see if you can lengthen through the spine. Lengthen by pushing the hands into each other and the elbows away. Good. All right, inhale and exhale all the way out. Okay, good. I think that was good enough. Yes. We are coming down to the mat. So put your block aside. And we're just going to take a nice take a moment here in Tadasana. So in mountain pose, hips, feet hip width apart. Feel the ground under your whole foot. Palms are open and facing forward. A little engagement around the pelvis. Just notice how you feel after these standing poses. And maybe notice how you feel from the start of your practice. Good. All right. Now we're going to take our way down to the mat by just rolling slowly back. So first let's take our gaze up. And then slowly roll down vertebrae for vertebrae. First your head, heavy, heavy, heavy. Try and see if you can go really slow into a forward fold. Once you want to bend your knees, absolutely bend your knees. No need to stretch more. And then just catch yourself with your hands. So we are back on all fours. And we are going to go for some abs and some ab exercises. We're gonna do a funny one. Okay, so first of all, I'll turn around so we're on all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Very nice. We curl the toes under. We're going to activate through our in our lower belly and core. So belly button towards spine. And then we're just going to press through the hands and lift up the knees. So send the feet into the floor and hover. Just hover here. Pressing through the hands. Try to see if you can keep a long neck. Really spicing up the core here. Working the core. Find your breath. Good. And then come down because we are not ready. So the best thing is walk back towards the end of your mat. Come again into your hover position. So pressing through the hands, pressing the feet are curled under, the toes are curled under, and we're going to press up again in the hover. But now we're going to move forward. We call it the bear crawl. And we're going to just move left hand and right foot forward, little step. but you keep the engagement in the core and you keep being lifted. And that's your next step. And the next step. And the next step. Keeping high, keeping that core engaged through the movement. And another step. And another step. And I think we took 5 forward, so now let's take 5 back. So left foot back, left and right hand. Left hand and right foot. Right hand, left foot. Keep all the time, keeping up. Your core engaged. Slowly. A bear crawl. Good. All right. And then we are done here with our abs engagement. You can push down for a moment here in child's pose. Find some release in your lower back. Notice your breath for a moment again. The breath that fills out your belly presses into the thighs. And retracting away from the thighs on the exhale. Good. And then come back up. Let's come back up to all fours. But now I'm going to take my socks off. But we're going to stay in all fours. Because we're going to go into our active inversion. And for that we're going to take a down dog. And then a 3-legged dog opening up the hips. So let's go. And press through the hands, come up, curl the toes under, come into your down dog. Just walk it out for a moment. Good. And then let's root down through the hands, really press through the hands. Root down your right foot. Let's take the right foot, keep it down into the mat. And then your left foot comes up and extends back. Good. Keep pressing. Notice the back side of your standing leg. See if you can keep your shoulders straight forward and not opening yet. Good. Then bend that leg that is up in the air. Then open up by bringing that knee towards up. Good. Open up through the hip. Nice. Still pressing through the hands evenly. And maybe you want to take your gaze under your armpit. Good. And then carefully bring that knee back in. Then extend the leg and bring it back into down dog. Good. And then we do it on the other side. We stay here because we're in our active inversion. I'm going to bring our right leg back up. Pressing through those hands. Right leg up. Bend at the knee. Open the hip by bringing that knee towards the ceiling, so to speak. Press through those hands. Can get heavy in the shoulders here, so keep pressing through the hands. Good. And if you're ready, if you found your breath, maybe take your gaze under your right armpit. Very nice. Good. Okay, and then turn your knee back in, your hip closed, then extend that leg that was up and bring it slowly down into down dog. One more time. Try to even out the press here. One nice breath. See if you can make room anywhere in your body for the breath. Really stretching, making space. See a little bit of engagement, belly button to spine. Will fill out your lower back and create a little more space. Good. And then bring your knees to the mat and press back into child's pose with your arms going backward. So the tops of our hands are resting close to our feet somewhere. Finding our breath.
Good. And then let's get your hands underneath the shoulders and rolling up, coming up, think belly button. Attention to your belly button, engage that belly button towards the spine maybe, so, and slowly roll up. Good. All right. Well, we are already in the perfect position. I'm going to just move a bit further. If kneeling is not very comfortable for you, you can always take a blanket roll here at your ankles if the kneeling doesn't work for you. But we won't be here long. So you can, if kneeling is hard on the knees, and it is easier if you, it can be easier if you put a little blanket here. Okay, so let's sit here for a moment. It's a nice stretch for the top of our feet. Good. And then let's go ahead and take away that blanket, if you had it there, because we're going to curl under the toes, and we're going to get ready for a variation of camel pose. So we're going to come into a variation of that. So come up and raise your buttocks. You can keep your toes curled under, or they can be flat on the floor. Your knees are hip width apart. Good. We're going to make sure we're activating through the legs. Oh, I forgot. Take your block. Sorry, I knew I was forgetting something. This is also nice to do with the block, so that we really remember to activate through the thighs. So press into your block. Activate those thighs. Engage the buttocks. Maybe see if you can pull up the pelvic floor a little bit. Two. Then you bring your hands on your sacrum, both hands on your sacrum. So like this, trying to work those elbows together. Just see where you come. If you're here, that's fine too. As long as you try and activate and bring the elbows together. Good. So then we're here in our kneeling position. Legs firm, buttocks firm, pelvic floor lifted up, hands on the sacrum. We're first going to again lengthen, and as if we have a nice little necklace here or whatever, jewelry, and we want to show it. We're going to really raise that sternum up, lengthen through the spine, and then we're going to take a little bend backward, hinge backward, and come back to neutral. So what I would like you to do is on an inhale, go back, and on the exhale, come back to neutral. So inhale, lengthen, take that sternum up, and go backward a little, and exhale, come back to neutral. So just this movement, really having the legs firm, the buttocks firm, hands at your sacrum. And when you show your sternum up, when you show that beautiful necklace or whatever you have hanging there, also your gaze goes a little up, but you don't lose engagement in your neck. So inhale and exhale to the front. Inhale and exhale. If your arms are getting a little tired from that position, you can also just take your backs against each other here at the sacrum. Make sure you don't lose that engagement at the thighs, the buttocks, lift the pelvic floor maybe even, and then we do the same. Just lifting the sternum up and back. So lift sternum up and a little lean a little backward and come back. Inhale up and exhale back. Good. All right. So what I would like to do now is that you just come, take the block out, come to seated, and take a few lateral stretches. So place your right hand on the floor, left hand over your head. So you're in your kneeling position, like this. Good. And just the lateral stretch like this. Easy peasy. And then we're going to come to our twist. Just a nice stretch here of your side body, but also, of course, your spine. A little side stretch, sorry. And you can take your gaze along to your hand. That makes a nice stretch there. Good. And then just come sit next to your heels, so to speak. And we're going to come, we keep our left leg bent, and our right leg is bending over to the other side. So our right foot is on the outside of our left knee. And the other foot is at the height of the hip. Good. I'm going to take a twist here. So we're going to wrap our left arm around our right knee. Take our right hand behind our sacrum on the floor. And on an inhale, we lengthen. And exhale, we twist towards the back. And when you're here, when you've twisted from the waist, the rib cage, the shoulders, your head, see if it, on every inhale, you can lengthen a little, and exhale, maybe twist a little further. Or just only think belly button to spine and see what that, notice how you feel while doing that. Maybe you automatically twist a little farther. Good. On your next inhale, lengthen again, and exhale, slowly twist back forward. Good. All right. Then we're going to just switch around. So we're going to take our right leg bent under our, on the floor, and our left leg is going to cross over that leg with the foot on the outside. So now our left foot is outside of our right knee, and our right arm is hugging the left knee. Our left arm comes behind our sacrum on the floor. Try and see if you can find both sit bones. So you don't want to be crooked on your buttocks. Really make sure you find both those sit bones. Good. And if you want a little more of a twist, you can also take your elbow on the other side. So not hugging, but with the help of your elbow, you can twist a little farther. That's up to you. So, but on an inhale, we first lengthen. And on an exhale, we're going to twist from the waist, then our rib cage, our chest, shoulders, and our head. Very nice. Find your breath. Keep lengthening on every inhale, and on every exhale, see if there's any tension anywhere, maybe in your left butt cheek. See if you can relax there while you concentrate on that exhale. Or indeed, you can take that elbow, the right elbow, on the outside of your left knee, so you can twist maybe a little more, but don't go crazy. Twists are extravagant by themselves already. Extravagant and, how do you call it? Efficient in what they like to achieve. Massaging of the organs in your lower belly, but also stretching the middle of your back. And on the next inhale, elongate, and on your exhale, slowly come and turn back forward. Very good. Okay. Ruby is nice and relaxed. So unfold your legs, yes, and bring him in front of you. In front of you into staff pose. So Dandasana, you can take it like this. So we're not going to be very long in Dandasana. Again, I just wanted to take a little stretch to the right and to the left. So really active through the legs though. Feel the whole of your backs are making contact with the mat. You're on your sits bones, your feet are active. Just taking a nice stretch side to side. Good. All right. Nice. And then that's all we do in Dandasana. So we're going to take our feet up and have them a little wider than our hips. A little wider than our hips, so I can sit also like this. A little wider. And we're going to go into a variation of tortoise pose. And we're going to start folding and forward folding in a seated position and really trying to focus our attention more inward, you know, going towards the end of our practice, getting our focus more inward and getting ready for Shavasana. So in this variation, you can start here and then you take your left arm and it goes under your left leg. And then you have your right arm and it goes under your right leg, like this. Good. And then you can stay here and just fold forward and let your head hang. Or you can see if you can heel toe, your feet together. And you take it here. But if this is too intense of a stretch on your hamstrings, on the outside of your hips, then by all means, you know, leave your feet here and take it here. With the arms on the outside, head down, relaxing, closing the eyes, trying to fill up the belly with your breath. Slowly turning inward. And if you need any support here, you can always put blankets under the knees or blocks under the side, like this. Just to really get the support and make sure you can let go of any tension in the hips. Good. And then to come out, slowly get your head back in neutral. And then your hand palms to the floor, slide them out. Maybe heel toe, your legs open again. And then slowly push yourself up, out. All right. And then we are getting ready for our supported bridge. So take your block. And come to your back. Very nice. Lift your hips. Place the block under your hips. And really start first activating through the arms, rolling your shoulders under. And then bring up the knees and the toes up towards the ceiling. Find that belly breath. Active through the arms and the shoulders, making sure no pressure, no gravity. Pressure will come onto your neck. And stay here for a couple of breaths. Good. Then bring your feet back down to the mat. Lift your hips and carefully take out the block. Let your hips sink down to the mat, uncurl your shoulders and just notice how your back feels here. Good. And then slowly make your way into Shavasana. So maybe you want a blanket under your head. Maybe you want a jacket, because in Shavasana our body temperature will drop since we're not active anymore. You can get a little chilly. So come laying in Shavasana on our backs. Nice and comfortable. Good. All right. Hand palms facing up, arms a little away from your body. At any moment, make sure you just wiggle and adjust to become comfortable. We're going to try, and after we found our stillness and focused on the breath, we're going to try in a different relaxation method, which is called point-to-point breathing, and I'll guide you through that. So just start focusing on really relaxing in the shoulders, letting your hips get heavy. You feel the support of the floor. And notice your breath. Your diaphragmatic breath down to the belly. Nice and calm. Let it be the right pace for you. Your natural breath. And on your next inhale, think of the crown of your head and exhale all the way down to the toes. Inhale up to the crown and exhale down to the toes. One more time. Inhale. Think of the crown of your head. Exhale all the way down. Inhale to the crown and down to your ankles. Inhale up. Exhale down to your ankles. Inhale up to the crown of your head and down to your knees. Just think of your knees on your exhale. Inhale up to the crown. Exhale down to the knees. Inhale up to the crown and down to the base of your spine. Inhale up to the crown, down to the spine. Inhale up and down to your navel. Inhale up and down to your navel. Inhale up and down to your heart. Inhale up and down to your throat. Inhale up
down. Up and down to the middle of your head, behind your eyes. Very short distance. Inhale up to the crown. Exhale, thinking of the middle of your brain behind your eyes. Inhale up to the crown and down to your throat again. Inhale up and down to your heart. Inhale up and down to your navel. Inhale up and down to the bottom of your spine. Inhale up, down to your knees. Inhale up and down to your ankles. Inhale up and down to your toes. And now just breathe as if your whole body is filled up and whole body is emptying on the exhale. Good. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Roll to your side. Take one breath here. Slowly open your eyes and come back up to seated. Come up to seated. Bring your hands to heart. And fold forward to seal in the benefits of your practice. And come up. Namaste. Thank you for today. Have a great rest of your day, evening, wherever you are, whenever you're doing it. And I hope to see you next time. Namaste.